What's up, folks? Today here we have an accountant, state auditor, a CPA, certified in Rhode Island, and a MMA enthusiast, right? And you do some jiu-jitsu as well.
Yeah.
Chris Nunes, everybody! Round of applause, round of applause. Alright, today before we start our interview, I'm going to tell a joke that I found online. So let me just pull that up real quick. And the joke is, I want to get a real reaction here. What does an accountant say when boarding a train? Mind the gap.
Ooh. It's real bad. Accounting jokes.
Yeah. Gap. Oh, yeah, accounting folks probably get that joke now. All right, well, Chris, thank you for being here. Much appreciate you making the time. So I have some few questions for you.
Sure.
All right, so the first question I have for you is, how many hours would you say that you study for the CPA exam?
Too many. Study a little efficiently.
But probably about like 15 a week, 15, 20 a week.
15 a week? And is that
Roughly.
for, oh yeah? And for people that don't know, there's like 4 sections to the CPA exam. So would you say like you studied 15 hours for every section, or did you have to do different amount of hours for different sections?
I did roughly the same about each section, but as I went on, I kind of got a little more efficient with the 15 hours. So I wasn't reading as much and whatnot, but
Oh yeah.
kind of figure it out as you go along.
Okay. Cool. And what tips would you have? Do you have for like people that want to do the CPA exam or that are currently studying for the CPA exam? What tips do you have?
Definitely have a study plan because it's very easy to get off track or spend a lot of time on something that's not really all that significant. And the other thing is don't read the book so much because it takes up a ton of time and there's no way you're gonna like memorize all that information. So if you get used to doing the questions, it gives you a way better return on investment than if you're just reading a 1,000-page book.
Okay. So you're recommending like more to do the problems, emphasizing more on the problems than actually just reading the book verbatim.
Absolutely. So by the end of it, the way I studied most efficiently was I kind of had an outline, and I just made an outline that probably ended up being like maybe 20 pages, but it was enough that I could go through it without being so much dense information that it's just meaningless.
Okay. And when you say study plan, you're talking about like a specific hours to study, or like kind of breaking down like chapter by chapter. Like what do you mean exactly when you say study plan for?
I think it means different things to different people. I wish I just kind of not necessarily like hour for hour, but just like goals to hit each week. So I wasn't either blowing through it too fast or going too slow on something. So just so like I know when the exam date is and I know what my progress is to reach that date.
Okay, cool. All right. So, do you think for the CPA exam, or I guess for most exams, but specifically right now because I know that's what you just finished studying, do you think helping with studying with a student buddy or like with a group, do you think that would be helpful to you now looking back at it, or is that?
Absolutely, yeah. That's something I didn't have because it's sort of hard just knowing someone that's taking the same exam at the same time as you, like organically. But yeah, that definitely would have helped, even to just kind of keep you honest and show someone else your study plan, just to make sure you're covering everything and things like that.
Keeping you accountable and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
All right. So take us yourself back to when you first starting for the CPA, and knowing what you know now, what would you have done differently?
Like I said, definitely don't read as much. Do some planning. And don't take any downtime or too much downtime between exams because once you're done with one exam, you still have 3 more to go or what have you. But if you sit down too long and start enjoying yourself too much, it's hard to get back on track. Just try to bang it out as much as you can.
Right.
Do it over the winter as much as you can, so you're not in the library also. That's what I did. It was terrible. I was done in like February and it was snowing and miserable outside.
So you see everybody going to the beach and like studying and
Yeah, start in September. Try to get it done by May so you can be out and enjoying your summer.
Okay. All right. Last question I have for you is: do you think it would have helped you to have a tutor or a coach to kind of help you with some of the portions that you had issues with, or just in general, you think it would have helped to have a tutor or coach for you?
For me personally, I don't think it was necessary. Um, but I mean, there's ways it could definitely be helpful, like just again keeping you accountable, keeping you on track, kind of giving you different materials to study and things like that. But I don't think it was necessarily for me.
Okay, cool.
So
Any last tips, advice for anybody that's looking to study for a CPA or any type of professional exam, or anybody in college? You have any advice, suggestions?
oof. I guess just learn how you work best. I feel like we're taught there's one way to study. So if you need to study with music on or music off, and you need to be, in a hole in a library somewhere, just do what you got to do, and don't study to the point where it's inefficient. Like if you're up, like when we used to cram for 18 hours a day, you're not knowing anything. That's a horrible idea. Don't ever do
Right,
that.
right.
Just study and then sleep. Don't not sleep.